Dog.
Grown.
Oopsie doodle.
I'm breaking down Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode by episode. I found Easter eggs, cut scenes, and even a presidential cameo. Here's 99 things you missed in Season 1, Episode 21, Unsolvable.
I sprained my wrist.
Oh no, what happened?
Don't worry about it.
Jake's line consists of two merged takes.
So he wouldn't say what happened, which can only mean one thing.
He's in a fight club.
The extra with the green folder fittingly disappears after Gina's Fight Club reference.
He did it doing something he's embarrassed by, like smiling. Only question is, how do you hurt your arm smiling?
If you've been following the series, you know Holt has smiled over 10 times so far, none of which I remember causing any injuries.
I sprained my wrist in college playing field hockey.
Men's field hockey?
Despite Terry's indignance, this is a big enough thing to have global leagues.
Yeah, it's much more violent than the women's game. We're not allowed to wear anything that protects our breasts.
From what I can tell, this isn't common in women's games either, but I do fully get Boyle's urge to protect them thangs after Tactical Village.
Attention, everyone! I tripped over an uneven sidewalk.
Checking Street View around the precinct showed surprisingly even sidewalks, but directly outside his house I found this very trippable path section. But outside his house, I found this very trippable path section to corroborate his story.
I did not think it was relevant to your jobs, the jobs which you should all be doing right now.
The reflection in Holt's windows made me realize they're actually angled down, which is commonly done with reflective surfaces to avoid showing camera crew and equipment.
Get to work.
Hitchcock and Scully go from facing away to walking behind Jake in the cuts.
I was hula hooping.
Detective Sidney Brown walks behind Holt twice in quick succession.
I've mastered all the moves.
But the
pizza toss,
and the
scorpion,
are real moves, with the
tornado,
likely being a version of the vortex. Sadly, the
oopsie doodle
doesn't exist, but after the episode aired, some avid hoopers have tried to establish an official trick of that name.
Why are you telling me this?
because no one will ever believe you.
Deleting a photo obviously wouldn't close the camera roll, but more importantly, I refuse to believe Holt has 393 unanswered emails. The clock at the top of the screen is also notably absent, with the corresponding app set to its default display time of 10 past 10. This would help filming continuity if Holt's inwards-facing watch wasn't hours ahead of when he should be arriving at work.
Sick son of a bitch. What has 3 thumbs and just made another arrest? This guy!
Jake's pup has a plaster over his finger. While this is likely to cover the actor's tattoo, it also foreshadows the episode's twist.
Thank you.
23 solves in 1 month. New precinct record.
It's not a direct comparison due to being by felony arrests instead of case solves, but Jake has tripled his average rate from the year-long bet with Amy.
Dance with me, Jakey.
Hitchcock claps with his forearm so he can hold on to his
Bagel!
Way to go, Jakey! Whoa!
Are those thumbtacks? What the hell, Scully?
He can actually be seen reaching for them in the shot before.
I thought they'd make good confetti.
Why?
This is the first of Terry's many whys, so I'm adding a counter.
Take the weekend off, Peralta.
I'm severely sleep deprived,
Rosa, Terry, and the pup all teleport across the bullpen in the cuts.
and I'm way behind on laundry.
Good work.
What's with the bag?
More importantly, what is with this guy's hat? Are they goggles? Like, is this some kind of protective gear? Honestly, he kind of looks like he's doing a very 2021 cosplay over there.
You going on a cruise with your mom in 1913?
Jake is 1 year ahead of when the Titanic sank, which is coincidentally on the same date as last episode's issue of Fancy Broadcom.
Teddy and I are going to the Berkshires for the weekend.
For like a police conference?
Just a romantic getaway.
Wow.
Jake jumps to facing forward in the cuts.
What are you doing this weekend?
Opposite of the Berkshires, working whole weekend.
I thought you were taking the weekend off to do your laundry.
Like Holt's office window in the cold open, the copy room windows are angled in their frame.
Does crime take the weekend off to do its laundry, Scully?
Considering laundering is part of their whole process, I would guess
No, it doesn't.
Can I call you back? Bye.
This is the first scene to show the janitor's closet. Boyle's watch jumps from 11:10 to 3:30 in the cuts.
What are you doing in here?
Talking to Vivian, we're still trying to figure out whether we should move to Canada. Thank God it hasn't affected how much we bathe together.
Rosa's disgust disappears completely when the camera cuts.
The holding cell is full of perps, and no romantic advice is. Bitch, get your life right!
After this, the closet actually has more robust shelving units, which, while probably unintentional, is a fun bit of continuity.
Hands up, cop.
No, it's Teddy, your boyfriend.
Aw, boyfriend.
Amy has every right to be on guard here, as Teddy doesn't enter from the stairwell or elevator like 99% of people in the show. In Show Me Going, Rosa does reveal there's an alternate way up, but despite this direct reference, it's never shown on screen.
You released my arm?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
If Teddy was a real one, he would have said, "Do it harder."
Oh, that's so gross.
Gina's hands part in the cuts.
What's this weekend?
We rented a cabin in the Berkshires, a couple's cooking class, and there's this great antiques fair.
Tomorrow afternoon. You promised Holt you'd help with this community outreach meeting.
Given her previous experience with community outreach, I'm surprised Holt gave her this responsibility.
Would one of you be willing to...
Me, I'll do it.
Amy's shirt has a tessellating pattern known as dogtooth that dates back as far as 1500 BC, and Hitchcock and Scully are arm wrestling.
We can reschedule.
The cabin and cooking class seem reschedulable, but this would surely mean they missed the antiques fair, so why even bother at that point? Just throw the whole thing out.
You could just lie to Captain Holt.
I figured out what we're gonna work on this weekend.
I'm working on spending time with my family.
I sleep in a racing car. Do you?
I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
We're having a fancy tea party. I am the king of origami napkins.
Origami crane expert Oakley from the Discord pointed out these are too structurally rigid to be made of napkins, so apparently Terry loves lying.
I found a cold case of ours that everyone foolishly said was unsolvable. Case J.
Case J is unsolvable.
What's Case J?
Okay, first it was arm wrestling and now playing cards. At this rate, they'll be betting on cockfights by the end of the season. Cock like chicken, not penis. But I could see them doing that too. There's also new writing on the kitchen whiteboard, which is unfortunately too blurry to properly make out.
Case, we gotta find a way to abbreviate this thing. We're better detectives now. Computers are faster, no more Blockbuster.
I've seen a lot of people cite this as a mistake due to the events of this cold open.
I still have a Blockbuster card!
But I'm gonna argue it isn't a retcon and just him being in denial about being in denial. Jake also brings up
drones,
because every show at the time had some shoehorned in reference to them for some apparent reason. We get our first installment of Briefing Room Corkboard Details, with the highest Easter egg concentration of any scene so far. Starting with the cropped National Ocean Service map, we get yet another 9/11 mention with the World Trade Center Memorial. To its right is Dexter's boat and his apartment, which I'll talk about more in a second. Below it is a business card for the show's graffiti and portrait artist Eric Scottness, alongside a note to contact the building supervisor Jackie Kirk. This name also appeared in Tactical Village, where I assumed it was a reference to the show Veronica Mars, but this additional mention makes me think it's a nod to a relative of the show's re-recording mixer, John W. Kirk. Around a headshot of Dexter are photos of him at Shores, outside MetLife Stadium, and on CBS's New York Street backlot, right next to where Terry was staring at Croissant's last episode. Above the known associates we see Jake interview in a second are a handful of articles credited to crew members. On the leftmost clipping, there's a headline referencing the stroke suffered by Ariel Sharon, which is time appropriate considering the date shown on the right. Sadly, the rest is either too low res or out of focus to make out.
Man, I'm having deja vu right now. Whoever did it left no evidence.
Not only is young Terry rocking a Kangol hat, but he also has a detective badge, meaning he is yet to become the Sarge. Annoyingly, it's tucked in slightly to hide the number. If I had to guess, I'd say it's because it's the same as Boyle's, as he doesn't have his badge in this scene.
I'm telling you, Sarge, I got a good feeling about this. Oh, no!
The apartment building from the corkboard still exists, and is actually in Brooklyn, albeit outside of the precinct. These shots, however, were filmed somewhere in LA's art district.
I know this seems like bad news, but on the plus side...
No, it's just bad news.
You're bad news.
What?
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 Bad news for bad guys, because you're a #1 cop.
Terry does actually have a sticker on his monitor confirming this. It must be true, as a sticker would never lie to me.
Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
This is an expression first popularized by novelist and screenwriter Wallace Thurman, and subsequently by artists such as Tupac Shakur and Kendrick Lamar.
What?
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 Whoa.
What? What? What?
What? Solve the
Case!
We need to tell Charles about Babylon.
No!
Babylon is an ancient city that is used as a biblical metaphor for wealth and oppression.
It's the best thing in my life, and I have a very full life. Do you know I know Papa John?
Like Boyle with Mario Batali, this hasn't aged well. Papa John Shatner famously waded into controversy by blaming NFL players kneeling during the national anthem for a drop in sales. In a subsequent conference call intended to prevent future PR scandals, Shatner proceeded to drop the hard R. Fucking hell. Shatner proceeded to drop the hard R and resigned shortly after. To counteract the very justified negative attention, he then went on the record, while apparently covered in grease, stating he had eaten over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days and that the day of reckoning was coming. God, this has got to be one of my favorite rabbit hole details I've included. Just what a confusing, greasy, racist man.
He's incapable of keeping a secret.
I shouldn't tell you this, but
Gina has a dog sticker on her phone to match the many scattered around her desk.
We tell Charles about Babylon, or I shred your nap blanket into a million tiny rags.
Oh, I love Wolfie.
Gina's love of wolves was actually foreshadowed by her sweater choice in the apartment.
You win. Tell Charles.
Contrary to what the Chiron says, this is footage of the Cook County Correctional Facility in Chicago.
Look, I'll tell you the same thing.
I told you 8 years ago.
The best French toast I ever ate was with Mayor Lindsley's dog.
John Lindsay was the mayor of New York from 1966 to 1973, and while he didn't have a dog, he did accidentally hit one with his bike. Jesus Christ. I forgot that was in the script.
We're making progress.
Hello, Captain, my old friend. I've come
Hard's a windbreaker from the Special Investigation Division for some reason.
this weekend.
I'm so happy you'll be there to oversee the audiovisual presentation. The next chart shows that
Obviously, deleting everything in one click isn't possible, as Windows 11 had yet to be released into the public. This is reflected by the error code being absolute gibberish.
I'm so sorry, but I think I'm gonna be on
Why's that?
dental emergency. I am a rock. I am an island. I've lapsed into song lyrics again.
Both of the songs referenced by Amy are by Simon and Garfunkel, so I guess that makes it canon that she's a fan. Despite a time difference of around 45 minutes, the same cars are driving past.
That's all of them.
What about Frank Williams?
He was beat up pretty good.
While Officer Alfonso has correctly placed bars and collar brass, the Department of Corrections badge on his uniform is completely wrong. However, this is likely intentional to avoid impersonation of an actual DOC officer. He also incredibly has badge number 4. 3-digit badges are highly regarded in the NYPD due to their rarity, and as a result are often handed down through generations. From my research, having one with a single digit is just completely unheard of, so you must be really special.
A lot of internal bleeding.
Awesome!
While their badges imply they're on Rikers Island, it only holds prisoners serving short-term sentences, so having every non-associate there makes very little sense.
Welcome to Babylon.
Despite Gina walking in first, she appears behind Charles in the cuts.
There used to be a transit police squad down here.
The 99's real counterpart never had a dedicated transit squad, so someone is lying to Rosa.
She told me about it a year ago when I got stomach flu from that sewer rave.
Sewer raves do actually exist, and unsurprisingly, there's a lot of them in Brooklyn.
Look, weird crystals.
Them being blue feels like an intentional nod to Breaking Bad.
We thought you could use this place to call Vivian when you need to.
All right, Frank, let's recap, shall we? You slipped and fell onto a shiv.
Jake's prison lingo is a tad inaccurate, as shivs are largely for slicing, with shanks being more stabby. And the pup's IV goes from static to blinking between cuts.
You know anything about the murder of Nate Dexter?
What do I get if I do?
Internal bleeding would likely be treated at a proper medical facility, but he may have been moved for recovery to minimize risk to the public.
How about a transfer to another cell block?
Dexter owed money to a guy named Sam Bunsen.
Terry switches with Jake between cuts. This is actually a result of a deleted scene in which they feed the perp soup from a bread bowl.
Oh, beat. What?
Down. What?
Boulevard
is
the toughest
street in town.
Wow.
And if you step to a gangster case, you're bound to get beat down.
What?
Hockey, cycling, and football clearly isn't enough for the 9-9, as there are now also posters for a basketball league. Holt's holster is also unrealistically dangerous. The thumb brick retention strap would make it difficult to unholster quickly, and the trigger guard is left uncovered, increasing the likelihood of a negligent discharge. Negligent discharge, of course, being the title of your sex tape.
Santiago, how are your teeth feeling?
Oh, dental emergency?
It just sort of happened.
While wisdom teeth can take months to fully erupt, sudden pain like this can be caused by growth spurts.
My brother-in-law is one of the top oral surgeons in the Quint State area.
New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are commonly referred to as
The tri-state area.
but no formal Quint State area exists. If I had to guess, I'd say it refers to the 3 I mentioned, plus Massachusetts, which would also mean it entirely contains the Berkshires, and either Pennsylvania or Delaware.
He's agreed to see you tonight at 6 as a personal favor to me and Kevin.
No sign of Sam Bunsen in the federal database. You got anything?
I actually do have something. The victim's surname is an obvious reference to the Bunsen burner, which would probably make him predisposed to arson or something. I don't know, I'm not a doctor.
Bad news. I only found his wife, and she hasn't heard from him in 8 years.
That doesn't sound good.
Terry believes in having a clear topic sentence. She says she's willing to take a lie detector test.
Polygraph tests are unsurprisingly still used by the NYPD, despite consistently being inaccurate and inadmissible as evidence. Officers usually use them as a psychological tool to pressure suspects into false admissions, so on the off chance you're offered one to prove your innocence, don't.
Lie detector, truth or dare?
Boyle, last time we did that, you ended up telling everyone you had a crush on the teapot from Beauty and the Beast.
It's the way they chew her.
First time in a while I've had to check Rule 34 for this series, and I can now unfortunately confirm Boyle is not alone in this, and his watch is at 3:15, despite it apparently being past 6.
All right, pretty boy, where is it?
Secret what? Bathroom where? Okay, Captain, I'll be right there.
Boyle's flawless deception rhymes, so maybe Amy's lyricism is contagious.
We've been watching you. Rosa told you to follow her and you guys left together.
A paper plane has crash-landed on Scully's desk, and we get a closer look at everyone's favorite inanimate side character, revealing the first part of its label has been covered. Hitchcock has way too many highlighters.
You returned smelling of lavender. Tell us where it is.
Please state your name one more time.
It's standard for the cuff to be on the subject's left arm during polygraph tests, but having it on the right should still work. This stuck out to me as we see it on Jake's left side in a second.
She passed the test like 5 times.
Or maybe she's in cahoots with him!
I haven't done a random etymology fact in a while, so as a treat, I'll let you know cahoots comes from the French cahoot, meaning hut or shack.
Are you cahooting?
Jake, it's over, man.
It's kinda comical how much the polygraph operator nods or shakes his head, but this was likely done to avoid giving him spoken lines and the additional cost that comes with that.
It's gotta be the machine.
Thanks for taking us, Marty.
Very nitpicky, but Holt using this nickname goes against this later scene.
Nero Terrence, who, even though he's not a child, still goes by a nickname ending in a Y.
Please, Ray.
We're family.
Huge credit to the show's casting director, Jewel Bestrop, as Martin Costner does bear a striking resemblance to his brother. He's played by Dan Donahue, who was actually dating Stephanie Beatriz at the time of filming. I'm honestly kind of bummed he wasn't brought back, as he did a great job with what little screen time he was given.
Don't stop! I forgot I promised to help you, and I made plans to go to the Berkshires with my boyfriend.
Have you heard of overbrushing?
This is a real issue, but would likely result in clearer yellowing and actual tooth pain.
You have 7 cavities.
It was also foreshadowed in a flashback during her date with Jake. Despite being on his desk in every episode so far, including this one, Boyle's mini basketball has moved across a desk so Gina can throw it at him.
You told Hitchcock and Scully?
Speaking of props I've grown oddly attached to while covering this series, Scully has brought his football powder to Babylon.
No. What?
What?
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. You let me into your special place.
Ew.
This uniformed sergeant walks past twice in the same direction, which allows me to point out the misspelling I missed last episode. But in my defense, sergeant being spelled with an E after the S is like spelling Anderson with 2 N's.
Boyle needed the bathroom, so we told him about it, just like I told you when you needed it. He's pitiful, and his life is crap right now.
Yeah, it is.
Rosa defending him teleports the basketball to Boyle's hand.
Ask me a question.
What?
Yes.
Lie.
See, it's busted.
Or is your really why?
No.
Lie.
What? Things.
Surprisingly, Jake's back-to-back lies are actually represented by the polygraph output.
Why are you being so crazy about this case?
Terry's watch jumps between 7:40, 8:10, and 7:55, finally proving he is strong enough to bend time itself.
I mean, do they run from the bulls in Pamplona?
That's the whole point of it.
Originally, the whole point was to chase after the bulls to rush them to market, but over time, a tradition emerged where local youths would run ahead of them. That then evolved into what it is today.
I'm going home to my family.
I don't want you here anyway.
That's a lie.
Come on, man.
This almost lines up, but unfortunately, I think the gap between Jake's denials is too small to accommodate their Pamplona tangent.
This better be good.
I have not slept in since I last saw you many hours.
Assuming Terry's watch is right, it goes from around 8 p.m. to 6:25 a.m., aka 9.5 hours, aka the low-budget sequel to Episode 8.
Sophia wasn't lying about anything.
Given Jake's love interest in the next season, it's weird they gave a side character this name.
Come with me.
Y'all ready for this? You know what I'm saying?
Jake is, of course, referencing the song Get Ready by 2 Unlimited, and the interrogation room apparently has name-activated lighting.
Terry Jeffords, allow me to introduce to you the not dead Nate Dexter.
Nate's surname is a nod to the show of the same name, as its finale shares similarities with the case worked in this episode. The reveal also makes Sam Bunson's surname even more ironic.
Sophia and Dexter were having an affair. Husband found out. Nate killed him.
It was for love.
Cool motive, still murder.
Not a detail, just another very quotable line from this surprisingly quotable episode.
Check this out. Oh, right? Cut it off himself. How screwed up is that?
A surprising amount of people have cut their own finger off, but in all the cases I could find, it was to claim insurance money and not to fake their own death.
Unsolvable case? Solved.
A cut part of this scene involved Andy Samberg dropping a very iconic line.
Not a doctor.
I got Hitchcock and Scully to promise never to use our bathroom again.
How'd you do that?
You want your bathroom back?
Officer Bob's 50th birthday has been usurped by the NYPD book drive on the break room whiteboards.
We want your coyote blanket.
It's not a coyote, it's a wolf. Learn your animals, idiot.
While they are separate species, wolves and coyotes often interbreed, making the distinction a lot less black and white.
I can't believe you gave up Wolfie. I'm done with wolves now. I'm into angry unicorns.
Great solve.
Thanks.
The song in the background here is Thunder Clatter by Wild Cub.
Aren't you supposed to be in the Berkshires?
I've had a dental thing.
Hitchcock and Scully are being remarkably normal in the background. Honestly, that feels like cause for concern at this point.
Hey, you remember Teddy?
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. How are you?
Can I buy you a Pilsner? They have awesome Pilsners here.
Teddy's really into Pilsners.
Attention!
Terry standing on the stool gives us a peek at the bar's collection of signed notes. Notable among them are a well-placed Terry, Debbie Fogel, the City of New York, Paul from the movie Paul, Dave Norton, FIB, the experimental rock group Swans, and 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama.
Raise your glasses to the amazing Jake Peralta.
The real hero here is the murderer.
What?
The shelf behind Jake has 2 rubber ducks that I'm sure would love to join those in the melt up.
Captain, I want to apologize for...
Thank you.
Can I have next weekend off?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The dentist would have definitely told her not to drink, and Amy is way too by the numbers to disobey that. But I guess she's nervous, so fuck it, I'll allow it. Sustain overruled!
What's going on with you?
It's never directly stated, but Jake isn't in a zombie-like state, and his clothes have changed, so I'm guessing he went home to rest before coming to shore.
For the past 2 days, you've been telling me how amazing it was going to be to solve this case.
Jake responds with a magic trick, as his beer switches hands in the cuts.
This does not look amazing.
I don't know, man.
The frame behind Jake has a New York Giants team photo from 1913, and they're actually in the same corner of Schur's where the flashback photo of Holt and Kevin was taken.
You got to deal with it.
Maybe I can't deal with it right now, or you know, whatever.
A mysterious flat cap wearing extra is part of the crowd who I'd like to imagine is Dan McCreary from the second Halloween heist.
Solving more cases isn't gonna make you feel any better. Having a drink with a friend might, though.
Terry kind of changes his tune on their relationship by next season.
I guess I didn't really think of you as that kind of friend.
I think having a lot more drinks might help.
There he is! What a mighty good man!
Crediting costume designer Kirsten Mann during this song is very funny to me. Well, Jake has the same Red Island prop beer that Rosa was drinking in the bet. Terry has a one-off bottle of Bad Dog, which only appears in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And finally, these beers were originally meant to be karaoke mics, as seen in this behind-the-scenes still. Congratulations to Josh's Posh for joining the 6-month members! Your support means the absolute world to me. A huge thank you also to Certified Sweethearts Katsper and Ayumi for becoming members. We're actually almost at 50 members now, which is insane. So if you want to join, limited time offer, I'll boogie. Really can't believe I'm saying this, but I'll see you in 2 weeks for the season finale.
Not a doctor.
What?